this is just like a dream come true. I mean, I just can't imagine. This is something I've dreamed of for years and years, and to be able to take better care of our dogs, to take them out of the shelter, have a place to bathe them, to evaluate them, to give them a bed, to good food. I mean, it's going to be wonderful, and we want really to create a center where volunteers will come and spend time with the dogs, some place where people feel comfortable. We'll have a coffee machine. We want to welcome everybody, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and I'm a volunteer at Westside German Shepherd Rescue. I began as a volunteer about 3.5 years ago, and I was just, I wanted my dog fix being around German Shepherds. And I was accepted into a community of people that were extremely dedicated and passionate about saving dogs. And but during the time I've been with the rescue, we've had to move around a lot because we have so many dogs and places open and close, and and there's been a real lack of consistency for us and the dogs. So my husband and I decided that we would build them their own home, their own permanent home. And we wanted to create a new model for rescues. And some of the things that we're going to be having in there are vet services on staff, so all the dogs will have a complete exam and will be looked after by a vet, as well as a behaviorist. All dogs are evaluated and have some training. And we would like to be able to increase our adoptions with our new facility because of where we're located, and also just by what a pleasant experience it will be, as well as having very knowledgeable volunteers about the breed. So we hope that you will come and see our new place and meet our dogs.
We're going to create an experience for someone who wants to get a dog that is so superior to anything that they've known or experienced before that it's going to be their first choice. Not because they want to rescue, not because they're perhaps, angels and good Samaritans, necessarily want to save a dog, simply because it's going to be the best, the most efficient, the most gratifying way for them to get a dog. So this essentially becomes a German Shepherd store, in which you'll have available to you a choice of 60 dogs of all sizes and shapes, aggressive ones and meek ones and sweet ones and mixes and puppies and older dogs, and counselors who are experts on German Shepherds that are able to match a dog to the right person. That's a big part. 40% of all dogs don't finish their first year in their homes, and 50% don't finish their second year. Another way of looking at it is that every year, 25% of all households that have a dog will get rid of one of their dogs. And these dogs end up in our shelters, primarily because dogs are not properly matched to people. The retail buying of dogs, which is impulsive, and it's based on dogs from internet sites, dogs, puppies in windows and malls and stuff like that, don't address the real fact that this is a serious life consideration, and you really need to match your lifestyle and your expectations to the animal you get. And we need breed-specific rescues because people buy breeds, and people want breeds, and that's what they say. I want to get a German Shepherd, I want to get a Golden Retriever, I want to get a French Pug, whatever it is. And so if we're going to compete in the retail market and put the puppy mills and the other pet stores out of business, we've got to offer the product that they want. And that's what we're creating here. We're creating a new experience. And addressing that is going to be going at the heart of people's concerns about rescuing an animal, medical problems and behavioral problems. Full veterinary suite in our clinic, state-of-the-art technology, and all our dogs will be seen by our staff veterinarian and our full-time veterinary technician. We'll have a complete medical history, and we're not going to be giving anybody sick dogs. We'll have a staff behaviorist who's going to evaluate every dog that comes in, and we'll have a behavioral profile on every dog also. So we'll be able to also use that in terms of properly matching dogs to their adopters. So that's addressing it. This is what we like to think of basically as a rehoming facility that has some pre-home dogs. So the front part of this looks like a New England home because it's a rehoming facility. The front part of this building is basically the house, and the backyard basically is a Nantucket house on the beach or seaside cabins, with the boardwalk going down there, and that's where all the kennels will be. So, going into the facility, we come into it, this is the reception area. We'll check in here. Our computer terminals here. We have 23 computer terminals throughout the entire facility. We run a program called Shelter Pro, which will have every animal in the database with all these histories, medical histories, behavioral analysis, and everything on it. The person will check in. If they've already filled out an online application, we'll be able to print that out right there. We'll have it available. If not, we'll be giving them an iPad. They can sit down and they can fill out their application on that and get it back and we will process it. And this is where all that big opening behind that is a glass wall to the cabin. We have a number of cats that we have for cat testing, and they'll also be available for adoption. So that everything behind that wall going back for about 2 feet will be the little areas and stuff for our cat testing or stuff like that. And then the room in there is our cat testing room. So if someone comes in and they check in here and they'll go over here, which is our reception area where they can sit. Nice comfortable seating for everybody here while they're waiting for an adoption counselor to come and get them. Everybody who comes here will be an adoption counselor and that person. We'll have 3 self-service television kiosks here that will have all the dogs on them. So while someone's waiting, if they want, they can just walk up over here, press the screen, and start going through the dogs, and just look and get an idea of what they want while they're waiting. Above that will be a large LCD screen, and on that we'll be playing boys' videos. So and we'll probably edit those down. But the whole idea here is emphasizing active experience. Now, part of this program also is a lot of community services. We're setting ourselves up as a center of expertise and excellence. So aside from everything that we do here, we're also going to have a lot of community programs. And most of those will take place in this over here, which is our community room. We have doors here which will open up. We're going to also be able to use this for fundraising activities because part of the way the facility has been designed is also to enable us to have our fundraising events here on site. Because the facility more or less is going to be a big element in terms of our fundraising, which sells the concept better than anything. So coming into this room, which is quite nice right now, this room can be available to other organizations that want to use it, but basically we're going to use it ourselves to promote things. We'll have lectures here, we'll have book signings, we'll have training demonstrations, we'll have lectures, all different kinds of things, whatever the show sort of comes up with. We're working to bring people into the facility and to offer it a place where you can learn things and have meetings and stuff that goes on. On that back wall is going to be our library. We're going to have a 500-book library. It's going to be the most extensive canine libraries in the country. 300 books right now. We're growing. Hopefully we'll get to about 1,000 by the time we're finished. It's going to be open to the public. Anybody who wants to check the book out. We'll have a complete selection of DVDs that they can check out. So this will be a very important part of what we're going to do. We'll convert. We'll have seats for maybe 50 to 70 people, and then we can take those out and take those for service for the kind of meetings and other sort of activity. Now, going down this way, this is our men's room. A little hand washing station. Basically, it's just going to be a sink because with the dogs and everything like that, people are going to want to wash their hands, and we're going to encourage people to wash their hands after they interact with the dog because and before disease control is a very, very important part of the shelter population. We have a lot of sick dogs. So coming back here, we have our evaluation. These are a very, very important part of our program because once somebody has come in, the adoption counselor come and gets them, they're going to bring them back to one of these rooms where they're going to sit down at our computer terminal and stuff like that and go to the shelter care program and begin talking to them about the population of dogs, what dogs they've seen, what dogs they might recommend, and sort of spend some time that with the software we'll have all the medical history, behavioral history, the pictures of the dogs, and the videos we have of the dog. And when they decide we'd like to see Titan or Spartacus or somebody like that, they will then page to kennel people in the back. They will get that dog and bring that dog around. We'll have quiet, private room to be alone with the dog. We want to minimize distractions and disturbability and allow for bonding. Also, when every dog first comes into the facility, during his 72 hours, which is going to be a period of more stages and stuff like that, the dogs will all be brought into the room, they'll be given treats, they'll be spending time so that the dog has a positive and comfortable experience with it. So when he's brought into the room, he won't be anxious or frightened and he'll feel comfortable. This over here is a testing room. And it's another evaluation. This here is a platform. All here will be housing the cats. This will all be glass. Then we will have a gate here, and we have a curtain. And so we'll open the curtain and see how the dog responds to it. We'll bring it closer. It's designed to be able to stage the dog's approaches to the cats and see how they respond to it. We want to use it for an evaluation room. We keep the curtains closed, and this will just be another one of our evaluation rooms. Okay, moving right along. Okay, we're going to go upstairs. This is just a sample of what's going to be involved in wiring all this. Okay, this is basically where we have, over here is our server rooms, all our computers, and everything, the Wi-Fi terminals and stuff will all be housed in this room here, which has its own separate air conditioning supply. These are two birthing rooms. These rooms are specifically dedicated for birthing pregnant dogs. Any pregnant dog coming into the facility will come into one of these rooms until they're delivered, and then they will stay there for probably 2 weeks after the dogs. If they're not being used for birthing, they can also use one as a puppy room. If you have puppies or stuff like that, they'll just have this for themselves. This over here is going to be offices for Robin, for myself, and that's basically its purpose. We have a bathroom over here. This is the bath. Management staff, this is their break room. Is here. This is where they'll all work. Above us is an attic space, but it's really very large. We've got about 400 square feet of usable space there. We're going to make an apartment out of it for the overnight staff. We have to operate 24 hours, 7 days a week. We have to have people here overnight. We'll probably have somebody living upstairs. We'll probably give them board for being here and stuff like that.